Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Square Eye Syndrome podcast. I'm Ben Gillen. As always, I'm joined by the Stephen Moffat expert, Tom Hill.
Hey.
And the Irish expert, Dan Rudge.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
And today we're here to talk about Father Ted. But first of all, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, okay.
Stuffed.
Okay. You don't want to elaborate further on that, or no?
Not a lot to say, man.
Okay. So today is a special, so Merry Christmas. We're talking about Father Ted. Father Ted is a sitcom created by Irish writers Graham Linehan and Arthur Matthews, and was produced by British production company Hat Trick Productions for Channel 4. The show aired from 1995 to 1998 with a Christmas special thrown in. It was basically aired on Channel 4 here, ABC Television Australia, TV3 in New Zealand. It's set on the fictional Craggy Island, a remote location off Ireland's west coast. The show starred Dermot Morgan as the infamous Father Ted Crilly, I think, is that correct? Father
Ted Crilly,
yeah. With fellow priest Father Dougal Maguire, who's played by Adele
O'Hanlon, yeah.
Thank you. Irish names are a nightmare to pronounce for me. And Father Jack Hackett, Frank Kelly, who played by Frank Kelly. They've been...
Don't forget Mrs. Doyle!
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Doyle.
Pauline McGuinn.
Thank you. Pauline McGuinn. Lovely. I'm such a sexist pig. They've been exiled on the island for previous past incidences. They live together. The show's critically acclaimed, receiving several BAFTA awards, and remains a popular sitcom in the UK and Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
In a recent poll, Dougal's ranked 5th on the list of greatest TV characters. This is a British one, obviously. And in 2019, Father Ted was ranked 2nd to Fawlty Towers in a list of the greatest British sitcoms.
Wow.
By a panel of comedy experts for the Radio Times.
Oh, that's entirely justified, to be honest.
Yes and no. I agree to a degree.
Well, I just want to go into Graham Linehan. He's also, you might hear him again in the future. He's written for Black Books, The IT Crowd. I do think I saw his name for Count Arthur Strong. Definitely know he's written for Brass Eye and The Far Show. He's also
he's written for a lot of stuff.
Motherland.
He wrote for Black Books as well.
Black Books as well, yeah.
That was mentioned.
Oh yeah. I can't think of any others off the top of my head without checking it. But that is a pretty amazing list of things. So he's one of the best comedy writers in this country. Constantly turns out gold. So what do you guys want to talk about? How do you want to start this?
You've heard it already. I've said it's entirely justified that it's right up there with Fawlty Towers. I absolutely love this show. This show is possibly the best thing that was on TV while I was growing up. As far as I'm concerned.
Just best comedy or best show? Just best show?
I mean, it's tough for me to find anything which I have quite enjoyed as much since.
What was your first memories of Father Ted? Did you watch it from the beginning, or was there a particular episode that you saw for the first time?
My first memories of it was getting hyped about watching the first episode.
Okay.
These are people who, in Northern Ireland, these are already names that you get. Oh, he's on the TV, and it'd be on local BBC TV or like a local bit of programming for something else that would come on instead of some of the stuff that England would be getting. And these were like they weren't the absolute most recognizable names in the business apart from Frank Kelly, who already had just clout. But they were all seen as being people who were basically, if you knew your stuff, they were worth their weight in gold. So it was kind of like it was a super band kind of feel. If you were already like going, oh, you've been told and you're in the know and like you're already excited, and quite a lot of people in my school were. It was just a thing. So like from the first episode, we were quoting it to each other.
I mean, for me, the first episode is the one where they kick Father Bishop up the arse. It's a bet. I
Bishop
don't know.
Brennan, I think you mean.
Bishop Brennan, thank you. Just really, really funny. I don't know what season it was.
That's season 3. It was a double header because there was the over 75 football match, and because Ted cheated in it, he as Dick Burns said, it was an extra special forfeit because he was such a big cheating bastard.
Big cheating bastard. So I'm going to leave the Irish accents to you, Dan, because I'm going to attempt to do these.
Tom can do a very recent one, to be honest.
Okay. You might want to check out your mic, dude. I can't hear you.
Yeah, you're a little bit muffled again, Dan.
Oh, sorry, guys. Tom can do a fairly decent one, to be honest.
It's all right. It's a bit cliched, but I can do it.
Join them. Do
no,
it.
Not right now. I'll do it if I'm quoting something.
Okay. Oh, by the way, sorry, I forgot to say, this is how professional we are. Troy's not here this week. He wishes you a Merry Christmas.
I'm hoping people might have noticed by now.
Well, I was going to go, he's a charms expert, but who gives a shit about that? And then I completely forgot because he's not here. So there we go. Anyway, the reasons that they're on the thing is incidents in their past. So you never quite know what the Black Rock incident is that Dougal
No,
does.
they never tell us, but you imagine he did.
Many nuns, lives being in repairably damaged. I don't know. We did never find out.
Jack is heavily implied did a lot of wrong things with young girls.
And some money resting in his account.
That was Ted. Ted had the money resting in his account.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, and the possible affair with some kind of showgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jack is the alcoholic old man.
Jack has, like, there is some kind of allusion to Jack doing almost everything you can possibly do wrong as a priest. Like, anything they could possibly get away with, he basically had allusions to there being something to do with that.
Yeah, pretty much. Because believe me, Ben, you might not know this not being a Catholic, but being an old and alcoholic is no reason for you to get penalised in the Catholic faith.
Or indeed anywhere.
Okay.
Or indeed anywhere in Ireland.
Well, yes, that's true. I was trying not to be that stereotypical, Dan.
I'm sorry, I'm on the police force.
You still sound like you're swimming somewhere.
Sorry about that as well. I'm trying to get away.
There we go. You're done.
That's a bit better, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's really tricky to pick a favourite episode because the football match and kick Bishop Brennan up the arse is one of my all-time favourites, definitely. But I still think Series 1, The Passion of St. Tibulus, is just genius. The one where they have to protest the film. And they're chained to the railings. They're down with this sort of thing. Careful now. Oh, yeah. That is just... It's the first time they introduce you to Bishop Brennan as well, who's like their asshole boss.
Yes.
And yeah. It's so good. So good. What about you, Dan?
Favorite episode? Oh God.
What's up?
It's either the
Your voice is going again.
It's either the plague.
Okay.
All the rabbits, yeah. Or have we lost Dan?
I think we've lost Dan. Dan, you need to fix your mic, bro.
Hang on.
We're not going to start again. This has become a syndrome mistake.
We're not starting
No,
again.
I'm joking. I'm joking, don't I? This is just typical. This is lovely. I like it.
This is the level of professionalism we deal with every week, folks.
And we leave it in because the fans have told us they love it. So we're just going to leave it there. It's fine. I'll fill the space for a second.
No, I think at the end of the day, it does has to be the plague.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're sounding clearer again now, Dan.
With the rabbits.
Although I'm actually going to change my one. I'd forgotten about this episode in season 3, Speed, with the milk float.
Oh, the bomb!
Yeah.
The bomb one. I remember that. It's a piss take of
float goes
speed.
over 4 miles an hour. Oh, such a good episode. And of course, Lenham actually appeared in that episode, didn't he? As one of the priests.
Yes, he did.
He appears as one of the 3 priests.
Mm.
And the Holy Stone of Clonricket episode as well.
Oh, I need to go back and watch this again.
That's the one where the Holy Stone of Clonricket is being upgraded to a Class 2 relic. And it all goes horribly, horribly wrong because the stone ends up in the backside of one of them thanks to Father Jack. One of them gives up his religion thanks to Dougal. And one of them ends up dead. Yeah, absolutely brilliant episode.
Hatchet Productions is behind it. The production team, they got their hands on a lot of comedy that I like.
Well, that's the thing. They've pushed the envelope ever since Channel 4 basically started because it's run by a group of comedians.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a guy called Jimmy Melville. Is the main guy. He's one of the main guys behind Hatchet Productions, and he's been in tons and tons of TV shows and things. And now just does it for fun. He appears occasionally on the radio, but yeah, he doesn't have to work. He's a multi-millionaire because he backs shows like Father Ted, and he judges it right a lot of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Dan's probably the one to speak most about the cultural kind of things of Father Ted. I mean, I absolutely loved it, and as a Catholic who has an uncle in the priesthood, I kind of was able to relate to some of the stuff going on in it because I met thousands of nuns and saw them fawn over my uncle like didn't matter who else was there. Like, so all of those things, those cliches, they are wildly true. It's just, but I think Dan is probably, as our resident Irishman, could probably speak more to.
How can I put this? So the Fast Show.
Yep.
Little Britain.
Mm-hmm.
These things are fantastically funny because they're complete rips. But they're accurately complete rips.
Yeah.
They're like the best caricature in the world. So you've got this self-contained island area. But this self-contained island area could be off the coast of Ireland. Like, right in the very first episode, they confuse it. Right? They say, oh, just head off Galway and then go north until you see the English boats dumping the old glow-in-the-dark.
Yeah.
Right? Galway's on the wrong side for that.
Yeah.
Right? So, it says just head a little bit north. Galway's too low down to just head a little bit north and see dumping all glow in the dark because you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So they completely confuse it because it could be anywhere in Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland or off the coast, that island, in terms of the people who are on it, could be anywhere. As long as there is at least, let's say, 8 to 10 hour journey before you meet a decent town, which again is maybe not common, but certainly possible throughout Ireland and Northern Ireland.
Mm.
And in that place, you've got like this very, very small amount of people, and they are caricatures of all the most backwards and ridiculous things about Ireland, Northern Ireland, about that culture, about those people, in that inimicable way, which is very much there. Like, it's not like these things are ubiquitous to just Ireland and only Ireland. It's not like we hold exclusivity on married couples that are domestically violent. And we don't hold exclusivity on the mentally slow but still conspiracy theorist nut job that you're not sure if he's ever going to fucking snap or not, but he seems about 3 hairs away from it, and speak to him in soft fucking voice. We have authority figures that are completely incompetent. We have scheming arseholes who never make it properly because they're never thinking past the next step. We have people who are completely well-meaning and very, very simple, and we have a lot of alcoholics. I'm sorry. Anyone who's listening to this from Ireland, I understand if you both agree with me and hate me for saying it. But it was that. It was... I watched it, the very first sort of proper bit of like interaction where you're seeing just how normal it is for things to be this fecked up is when it's like Father Ted is walking into the room and Father Dougal just has shaving cream just everywhere. You know what I mean?
How did that get there? I didn't even shave this morning.
Exactly. That walks over to a window and there's a tropical hurricane outside. God, it's lovely out. And it's ridiculous. And it is just one thing after another, and instead of it being a sketch show, they've managed to make an actual fucking story out of it. With character development, even. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah,
So what do you think of it, Ben? Then.
I mean, I took an interest in it because I'm half Irish. Well, I'm a quarter. I don't know my family tree like most British people has a lot of parts to it. That would be all the invading we've done.
Speak for yourself.
It's made me have conversations with my Irish side of the family a lot more as well. Because when I watched a couple of episodes of it. This was like 1998. Because obviously, as I told you, the first time I saw it, wasn't the Milk Float also in the third season?
It was, yes.
Yes, because I started to watch Channel 4 around that time because Spaced and Friends were all on Channel 4. So I used to, and Frasier, God, Channel 4 had a lot of good comedy back in the 90s. Still does to this day, but I just remember I wanted to be a dirty old man like the guy in the chair. At some point, like, you know, if I wasn't married, I want to be the dirty old man, Father Jack Hackett.
That's a hell of an aspiration, man.
Well, when you're 13, 14, you're thinking, yeah, he likes some ass. I can be down with that. I was a horny 13-year-old boy. You know what I mean? I really like Father Dougal. He was a bit of an idiot though. Ted, well, I do love the rivalry between Ted,
Father
Ted,
Ted.
and yeah, that one. You're gonna have to help me through this one. Um, I love it. I just love how different it is. And back then, there wasn't much variety in comedy. So to have a bunch of Irish leads was really fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a small cast as well. And I mean, I remember Graham Norton was in it. Well, I think he was
He was. He played Noel.
season one.
He showed up a couple of times.
Yeah, before he got really big.
I think he appeared in 3 episodes.
Yeah, before he got massively big, right?
Well, Father Ted was quite a large factor in him becoming big, I think.
Yeah. Do you ever think like
Sort
they
of
went too?
mid-push.
Sorry, Dan?
Okay.
It was sort of mid-push.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. Dan would know better than me how famous Graham Norton. He wasn't famous on this side of this in like he wasn't famous in England at that point, particularly. But he may well have been fairly well known in Ireland at that point.
I think he was basically Dublin's darling.
Okay, fair enough.
I think
it would make sense why he was cast then.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about this show is, and I've always admired this about a lot of British comedies, it's tight. It's only 3 seasons. I mean, I'm a bigger fan of Black Books personally, but like, I'm a fan of I've said this before on the podcast. I'm also a fan of Graham Linehan's IT Crowd is my personal favorite of the 3. But like, they want to try and remake it in America, and I don't think they should. They've tried 4 times, I think, to try
Father Ted? Yeah, they got Steve Martin on board to play Father Ted, didn't they?
with Graham Norton, and there he
With
is
Graham
again.
Norton playing Dougal, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they never said what happened to that. But it was due to be set in New York. Oh well, on an island off the coast of New York was where it was due to be set.
Ugh.
And Steve Martin apparently was a massive fan of the original series, which is why he agreed to do it, because nobody thought he'd say yes.
Yes, that very Irish actor, Steve Martin.
Obviously, if they're doing a New York version, it's not going to be an Irish character, is it?
Yeah, good point.
And you've got so many American Irish that you can claim his lineage comes from Ireland, and that's how you do it.
You could even just claim that it was carrying on and he'd actually managed to make it to America and he'd lost a lot of the accent and have him be American Irish in it and just have them both be aged up a bit.
That's it.
You could do that if Arlo Hanlon was playing the other character.
I mean, even if Graham Norton is, I think fans would be willing to just suspend their disbelief as long as Ardle signed off on it.
Possibly. I mean, the thing is that Graham Norton's hugely popular in America, which is why they wanted him.
He is a very funny man. He's always made me laugh. I love his show. He always gets the best guests as well. That's why I watch it. He's just brilliant.
No, he's a funny guy, and he's
very funny.
He's good at putting people at their ease and getting to do stupid things. And yeah,
he's the reason I love RuPaul's season 1 UK Drag Race, because he's a judge on that, and it's perfect because he's just brilliant. He brings everything up to a high standard.
See, I just love the fact that he took over from who was the Irish guy who used to do Eurovision?
Terry Wogan.
Terry Wogan. I just love the fact that Graham Norton is taken on and is just as sarcastic as him.
Was Terry Wogan not Welsh though?
No, Terry Wogan's Irish.
Okay. I can't tell.
Dan, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay. I was reading quotes. I tuned out.
Is Terry Wogan Irish?
Terry Wogan.
I'm so glad he's listening to us.
Yeah.
Terry Wogan is definitely Irish. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, he's got a lovely accent. I'm not going to do that again. So, no, but getting back to it, the thing I love about this show is it's just like a 4-person piece most of the time.
Yeah.
It's a small cast, but it just works. It sounds like the most boring show ever. And, I mean, in America, we here in England, we have we take the piss out of religion a lot more. In America, it's a lot more sacred. they're a lot more hesitant to laugh at religion. I mean, there's another one that is, I'm not going to go on about it too long, but it's like the Vicar of Dibley at the same time on the BBC at the same time, just having a laugh at religion. It's okay.
Vicar of Dibley is also a very, very good example of the same kind of, like a different setting, different context, but another quality version.
Yeah. But Vicar of Dibley is an awesome show.
But I mean, I want to talk about the legend that is the tea lady. Can you tell I came prepared today?
Pauline
I want to
McLean.
talk about Mrs. Doyle.
Pauline McLean, yeah.
Yes, go on. Talk about her.
Right. It's got cocaine in it.
Do you remember she?
Sorry?
Do you remember she?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Do you remember her?
Yes.
You started a sentence and then stopped.
Who, me?
Yeah, I definitely remember her. Instrumental in helping some of the new wave of Northern Irish comedians actually come up and make it. She's been investing in the performing arts since before she was on Father Ted. She's an amazing director. She's a brilliant actress and a brilliant stand-up comedian, and she's a musician.
She is multifaceted.
Yeah.
And she also does. I remember she did a advertisement for the UK's Inland Revenue.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Go on.
One
of the worst things I think I've ever seen. Yeah.
It was just them trying to take advantage of the fact that Father Ted had been massively popular a couple of years earlier.
You know what? I hope she fucking raked it in for that advert.
Yeah, it's true.
She deserves it.
I mean, here's a question, and I don't know who's the best person to answer it. Do you think they would have come back and done another series after a few years? I know they said after 3 series they were done. But do you think if Dermot hadn't died, that after a few years they might maybe have come back and done another one?
Yeah, for Children in Need, they would have done a proper fucking special.
Yeah, no, but I mean, do you think they might ever have done like a 4th full proper series?
Yeah, I think basically what would have happened is people would have said, do a Children in Need special, please. And they would have gone, yeah, sure, we'll do a 15, 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
That centers around children in need. And then people would be like, okay, but just one more Christmas special. And they'd be like, you know what? Yeah, we'll do a Christmas special. And then that would like restart everything up again for at least one more season. I think that would have happened.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, it was the fact that Dermot thought that he didn't want to be held back by doing Father Ted anymore that was the reason they stopped. It wasn't because Linham thought he'd run out of ideas.
No, did you get typecast?
A lot of interest.
What was that?
Dermot Monaghan was just getting a lot of interest.
Yeah, he was becoming a megastar basically. Well, and rightly so. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Father Ted. Did you know that he wasn't actually a smoker? In
No.
reality, Dermot Morgan was not actually a smoker, but he just looked completely comfortable with it, playing the character.
Were those real cigarettes he had, or were they
Yes,
like?
they were. No, they were real.
Oh wow!
But he just did it. It's scary to think that one day after he finished filming, he died. I know I'm being a bit morbid here, but
well, we have to talk about it.
it's just strange. It's just strange to think, but I mean, I think his sister blames herself because she didn't recognise he was having a heart attack.
Okay.
From what I read about his death, he was having a family meal. He was having a dinner party. Decided to go upstairs for a couple of minutes. His sister went with him, and he was having a heart attack. And she didn't recognise it as a heart attack and said, "I think you're fine. Let's go back down and continue dinner." They went back down, sat there for a few minutes, and then suddenly he collapsed. And by that point, it had probably been too long. So it's a tragedy.
I hope she doesn't blame herself.
Was that?
Yeah, I hope she doesn't blame herself.
Well, it sounds to me like she kind of did. I've never seen her interviewed about it. That's just literally what I've read.
Well, I
Where she
wouldn't
was
want
saying
to.
she didn't
On the other
recognise
hand,
it.
shit happens.
Yeah, but it's survivor's guilt, isn't it? Whenever we
Yeah.
think we could have saved somebody from doing something. I mean, you and I,
Yeah.
Dan, have both been in the situation where people we knew were suicidal have tried to ring us, and we panicked that if we've missed that call, that they might do something.
There's plenty of shit that does go down, and there's gonna be something you're dealing with which may not be of this flavor or the flavor we've mentioned, but everyone who is listening,
Yeah,
you've got something that came to mind right now.
yeah.
You've
I'm
got
just using the fact that you and I have had similar experiences
Yeah.
with this.
and that shit sucks. But at the same time, what I think about whenever we start talking about all this stuff is I think, yeah, that does suck, but thank God we got to see him do his art in a way which actually will be remembered. This is something which is going to be on any channel which looks like a Dave channel. This is going to be something which may not always be on, but will always be in rotation.
Yeah, I mean, well, as Ben said, it was voted number 2.
Yeah.
Was it last year, Ben? You said.
Yeah.
So what? 22, 23 years after the show finished.
Top five is Only Fools and Horses, Peep Show. What's number 3? Gavin and Stacey. That's a bit high. Number 2 is Father Ted, and number 1's Fawlty Towers. That's a big top 5.
I've already spoken in my opinion of Fawlty Towers. I think it is one of the greatest shows of all time, and arguably could be held. For me, Only Fools and Horses would be ahead of Father Ted, but it's a real marginal thing.
Yeah, but Gavin and Stacey does not go into
again. It's a real marginal thing, but that is on an actual credit level. On a personal level, Only Fools and Horses falls further because Coupling.
Yeah. See, Coupling is high on my list, but
See, you came too late into the syndrome. We might have to do Coupling again one day.
I think we probably should redo the Coupling one because
we're not deleting you.
I can't remember. Did I introduce you to Coupling?
Tom introduced me to Coupling while we were at university.
Yeah, we need to do it again.
He had all the DVDs on it, and I just took them like one series at a time and literally binge watched it while I was studying.
Well, we'll do a second go on it next year at some point.
I'm happy to do a second go at Coupling because
it's the one episode I look at where I thought we could have done better on it.
Well, that's the thing. It's the first time we'd ever done a 2-man booth.
Yeah, that's why we got Dan.
We've ever done a 2-man booth, I think.
That's why we got Dan in case we ever needed 3 people.
It's true.
So anyway, Father Ted, go on. Yes.
So
yes.
Can we just this? It was a fucking perfect storm, wasn't it? That's what it fucking was. Frank Kelly being Father Jack Hackett, drink girls' arse. Feck.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But are those my feet? Fucking brilliant, right? Pauline McGinn as Mrs. Doyle. Go on. You will. He loves his tea.
Dan, what would you do if I were to say to you, Jack, Stark, Ballock, naked?
Your Irish accent's not too bad.
Thank you.
It's not half bad.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's just fucking brilliant, isn't it?
Don't call me Len, you little prick.
How fucking dumb he is. How fucking innocent he is. How gullible, how naive, and how it all manages to always be just...
Do you know what? The 2 things that really beautifully emphasize that, well, actually 3, is the famous one of, these are very small, the cows out there are far away, is one of the best ones. But my favourite one is, when they do they rig that raffle.
Oh yeah.
And he gets, and the number 11 is the one they pull out, and he doesn't say that he's got the number 11. So Ted calls him up and goes, "Sorry, Ted, I was holding it upside down." I mean, that just beautifully emphasizes his stupidity. Also, the fact that he's got that one record, which came up in A Song for Europe, but he's never ever listened to the B-side. Yeah, those are the three things that make me just think. And Aldlo Handlin played it beautifully.
He is. It's just that they all, like, the characters, the way it's all put together, the fact that they're even the straight man is crooked.
Yeah.
Right. Like everything about it. Like, with the broken TV screen and Father Dougal's behind it, and Father Jack sort of looks up. How'd that fucking arsehole get in the TV? Or when he sobers up and it's like, where are the other two?
Don't tell me I'm still on that fucking island.
And all the other priests.
Oh yeah, they're all brilliant.
They're
I'm
so.
trying to remember.
I mean,
remember.
Go on, Ben.
Oh no, go ahead. I was
just gonna say the Christmas special where they get lost in the lingerie department.
Yes.
Is just so good.
Is that the one where
that would be me, Ted?
The other fucking way. Sorry.
Well, you got to remember that would be an ecumenical matter.
Yes. Yeah, him trying to teach Jack to say that would be an ecumenical matter. Dad, drink. Dad, drink. Sorry. I actually had for many years a t-shirt that just said "Drink feck girl's arse." I also, and Dan will get this reference, my brother being an absolute bastard, bought me an I Shot JR t-shirt. Yeah, little chuckle from Dan.
The one with Father Jack unwittingly attending an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting.
I'm just standing there saying, "Drink, true."
No, it's when Ronald's talking. That stage, I was drinking over a pint of vodka a day. Father Jack's going, yes!
Well, I just love it because he goes to get the eye test, and the first one is just ARSE repeated, isn't it? And Father Ted sees it and says, actually, that's a word he really likes. All right, we'll try another one. This is from our new sponsor, Feck Arse Industries. Oh.
I remember like the one with where you're going to kick the priest up the arse. I just remember there's this unbearable tension the whole time through, and I just remember the audience. You could hear them all starting to laugh and be nervous, and just the thought of him getting kicked up the arse for a bet is just hysterical.
It's just the fact that he doesn't speak. He's frozen for however long until he's got the Pope in front of him. He did kick me up the arse.
And I love the bit where he gets really fucked up and starts running at him, like, proper angry, just like Dracula or Batman. I can't remember what it is. I don't know what you call it, like his cape. It was like a superhero.
It's a cape.
Yeah, Batman. Just anger. Yeah.
And Ted nearly gets away with it as well, doesn't he?
So close.
So close, apart from the 10-foot high. Because Dougal actually goes and gets him the 10-foot high picture.
That's the thing for me. It's one of my all-time best episodes of comedy ever because I just remember it's perfect, that episode. And the milk float as well, like...
Yeah. Just the idea of taking the story of the film Speed and doing it with a milk float is just genius.
Yeah.
And also the fact that Dougal goes up to all those houses and all those women are naked. And he just doesn't even acknowledge it. 2 pints, 2 pints. And off he goes again. Until the very end of the episode. Those women were in the nip.
I have a question for you. One of them did stuff to a kid.
What?
Well, one of the characters, I swear someone said there was a girl or something.
No. There's a scene from Father Jack's Past where it's basically of his time in a Catholic girls' boarding school.
Oh.
You literally see in a classroom with the words natural procreation written on the board, a nun saying, "And now a treat for you girls. Father Jack has volunteered to take you all for volleyball this afternoon." And you see him looking quite lecherous and all the girls sort of looking at each other, like rolling their eyes, like they know everything that's going on here. And then Jack, and then the nun goes, "And since it's warm out, he's reminded me that you will not need your PE tops." And you just see him trying not to break into the most fucking Grinch evil grin possible. So it's this real piss take.
Yeah, it's implied but never stated.
And it's in that same sort of risque way that, like, a lot of British comedy does.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. It's like, if it went any further at all, then it just turns into being completely fucking wrong.
Yeah. It's on the line. It's right there on the line.
So, what was I going to say? I've got some stuff here. In 1996 and 1999, the show won the BAFTA Award for Best Comedy, while Morgan also won Best Comedy Performance. In 1995, the show won Best New TV Comedy at the British Comedy Awards, with O'Hanlon receiving Top TV Comedy Newcomer Award. 1996 British Comedy Awards, the show won Top 4 Channel 4 Sitcom Award. Macklin took the Top Comedy Actress Award. 1997, the show was given the Best Channel 4 Sitcom Award again. It also ranked at number 50 in the BFI's top 2, the top 100 greatest television programs of the 20th century. The highest ranking Channel 4 production on the list. 2004, it came 11th in the poll for Britain's best sitcom. In August 2012, Channel 4 viewers voted the series as the number 1 in Channel 4's 30 greatest comedy shows. So it's held in high regard.
It's held in very high regard, and it hasn't diminished with age. It doesn't rely on technologies and things that have gone out of date. It's a story of a group of priests and their housekeeper, basically. And to be honest, let's be fair, the Catholic Church has been the same for probably the last 300 years in the way that it does shit. So it's going to continue to be a relevant critique of that, if nothing else. And it's just bloody funny.
Notable fans of the show include director Steven Spielberg, Liam Gallagher. Who cares about Liam Gallagher? Madonna, Cher, Moby, Jim Carrey, Steve Martin, Ricky Gervais, and the wrestler Sheamus. Well, of course he would.
And anyone
of Sheamus's age is going to be a fan of Father Ted if they come from Ireland.
How is it we always come back to wrestling every podcast? Even
you brought it up.
I didn't know he was on this list until I just said his name. Dear God. Right. In January 2007, a disrupt arose between, Inshire and Inshimore, over which island can claim to be. Thank you. Which island can be claimed to be Craggy Island, and thereby host a 3-day Friends of Ted festival. They settled it with a 5-a-side football match. Irish in a Shymore, whatever this is, 1-2-0. Allowing them to use the title of Craggy Island until February 2008, why Inshire were given the title of Rugged Island. Rugged Island. Jesus
That's
Christ.
kinda
It's
cool.
hard to say these names.
No, not really.
Inishare and Inishmore.
Inishire, Inishmore. But yeah, I mean, it's not shown a lot on TV now. I think it's still on Netflix.
It's on more than anywhere else.
Yeah.
And all 4.
It's worth putting up with the ads.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've got every single episode on DVD anyway, but...
Me too.
That's another place you're going to find it. You're going to be able to get it on DVD. You're going to be able to
Cheap
get it
as
on
well.
digital download. You're going to be able to have it for yourself, and you're going to want to have it for yourself.
I wouldn't be surprised if it appears on
Stream it as-
BritBox fairly soon.
Oh, it does.
No, fair enough. There you
Oh
go.
no, hold on. I think the new rules are if it's on BritBox, it has to be exclusive. Still on Netflix, and maybe it will go over to BritBox at some point.
I honestly can't imagine Channel 4 ever giving up the rights to Father Ted.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong on that.
Well, it is more of a collaboration. It's not giving up the rights, but you know, every time I think the BBC and Channel 4 and ITV are going to pull their stuff off of Netflix, they add stuff to it. So I guess they can do both if there's money.
Yeah,
still
but
on the table.
like you say, BritBox are kind of demanding exclusivity. So Channel 4 will share it with someone like Netflix, but I can't see them giving up the rights to Father Ted completely, ever.
No, nor should they.
No. They'll share them with like Dave or whatever the hell else, but they would still have the power to do
be able
it.
to find it, and if you haven't seen it, and this is the first time you're hearing of it, and you somehow sat through all of this anyway while we ramble, what the fuck is wrong with you? But also, go watch it.
All right. Just bringing it back to the show for a minute. Favorite quotes from each of the characters, and I know there are many quotes.
You've opened up Pandora's box there, mate.
Yeah, an absolute maximum of 3 per character.
Okay, 1
per person.
I only got a couple that I can remember.
Go on then, Ben.
No, you guys go first. I need time. Hold on. Go first.
Do you want to take this first, Dan?
Okay.
And I realise I'm asking the almost impossible.
Okay, yes, you are asking the almost impossible, but screw it. I will not be held to this.
No, fair enough. Your mood can change on another day. That's fine. This minute, right now, the things that you think were the best or summed up the characters the best or whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with Pauline McGinn as Mrs. Dougal.
Mrs. Doyle.
Sorry, as Mrs. Doyle. Sorry, I'm reading things at the same time as trying to talk to you.
That's fine.
Mrs. Doyle. It's got cocaine in it.
Yeah. Do you want the explanation follow-up line or
raisins?
Yeah, that is definitely one of my favourites.
That's just Mrs. Doyle to a T. Go on, T. I get you. Your favorite episode is probably my favorite thing that Father Ted actually ever does. It's just the sort of down with this sort of thing.
Careful now.
or possibly when he is trying to explain to Dougal that these are small toy cars and those are far away.
Yep.
Dougal he's just a joy. It's almost impossible to pick something which is a favourite, but I do think that would be an ecumenical matter.
That's Father Jack.
Does he not say it?
No, that's Jack.
But Oh God!
Dan's not on it today. Dan's just.
No,
No.
you're trying to make me choose between a whole pile of things that I've watched so much that it was tough to even remember which bit was from which episode.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that.
You
What I'm
got
asking.
fan block. It's
I
not writer's block. It's fan
do
block.
love this. Like,
Okay, I've got one. Feck off cup. I normally say that when I get dunked over.
What would you say to a cop?
Feck off cup. Like anytime my cup's on the other side of the room, I just go, feck off cup. Like if it's not within my arm's reach.
no, sorry, for Father Jack, it has to be rats.
Hairy
Japanese bastards.
Yeah. Nudie Father Jack.
Oh, I also Father Dougal has replied to Father Ted. Would you like your pizza cut into 6 or 8 slices? And he goes, "Oh, just 6. I don't think I could eat 8." I remember that because I'm trying to remember some of the stuff I watched. It's definitely one that made me laugh really loudly.
It's the aside things with Dougal though. For example, the one that always got me was, "You're right there, Ted, you big bollocks."
Another one was like, "What did you think of the sermon, Dougal?" I was just trying to be holy. I was thinking of being holy or something. I was trying to look holy or something. God.
Ted, do you believe in the afterlife?
I'm no good at judging the size of crowds, Teds, but I'd say there's about 17 million of them out there.
There's too many good moments.
We could be here all day just quoting Father Ted.
I mean, I absolutely love, the square bit of dirt on the window in the episode where he's being accused of being a racist.
Yeah.
And he's trying to wave to the Chinese guys, and he just happens to have it in the Hitler point over his lip, and it looks like he's saluting. But yeah, sorry. The other one that I absolutely love, the Mrs. Doyle one that gets me, is you remember the episode where Jack gets sent up to that place because he's got the hairy hands thing? And they get that young priest who's an arsehole and listens to jungle music all the time.
Yeah.
As she walks in with the written boards going, "Would you like a cup of tea?" And it's got, "Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on," for like 19 boards. Sorry, that for me is just, I absolutely love that.
I just found out a arrest warrant. Gerard Matsoli got in trouble. Todd Eutychus, Father Todd Eutychus, he got arrested. I don't know how. I was looking for quotes, so I ended up on a Father Ted actor arrested thing. Yeah.
What was he arrested for?
I'm trying to read it. Oh, he was threatening people and insulting people at a train station.
So he was probably drunk.
Yeah, good type acting there.
But yeah,
you can forget about ICT and Scooby Dog Dog.
Another one is, I hear a racist now, Father.
No, Mrs. Doyle, he's not a racist. Wink.
Not a fascist. I'm a priest. Fascists dress in black and go around telling everyone what to do, whereas
priests
drinks. I've heard those cults, everyone dressing in black and saying our Lord's coming back to judge us all. That's all.
I did love I love how Ted's freaking out about the lingerie section, and Dougal's like, "Where's the problem in that, Ted?" That's another good one I remembered.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh dear. I love my brick.
I love my brick. I'm fucking fed up of brick.
Won't you like some a cake fava? It's got cocaine in it. Oh no, hang on. It's not cocaine, is it? It's what do I mean now? Little
Raisins.
things, raisins. Oh, oh my
Oh.
God. She just catches you out.
Yeah, no, she is quite. I feel 30 years younger.
Oh, that's the one. I hear
Yeah.
you're a racist now, Father. Should we all be racist now? Only the farm takes up most of the day, and at night I just like a cup of tea.
So I might not be able to commit myself full time to the whole racism thing. What was it? And then the other woman shows up and good for you, Father. Somebody said it at last. Fucking Greeks.
Another Dougal classic, a one-word film. There can't be too many of those. Salem's Lot. Seriously? There you go, you lovable twat.
What is it? What is the thing that Jack drinks in the football match? Dreamy, sleamy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Yeah.
It's illegal in 37 countries. So that means it's very good.
I have another one. Ted asks. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. You go first. Okay, sorry. Do you not notice the holy smell of the room? Ted, I think that might just be Father Jack's underpants hamper. My Irish accent's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, when did this show move to India?
Yeah. I'm going to retire. I'm just going to do a British accent now.
Do you remember the one? I can't remember which episode it is, but there's this one priest, and he sits down on the sofa and looks behind him, and it's the tapestry blanket of Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's yourself.
Oh, it's yourself.
That's the one with the raffle, and that's the priest who's standing in the broom cupboard talking about, and I include Canada in that. Anyway, we have to stop quoting the damn show. I think we've picked enough quotes.
I think we've done enough for the episode.
In all of it, in every single bit, is just turning around, seeing a blanket of Jesus, and going, "Oh, it's yourself."
It's true. No, it's such a good show. There is not a weak episode.
I also know that Troy also enjoys the show as well.
It's a shame Troy wasn't able to join us this evening.
It's okay. At least we haven't had to listen to him pimp Charmed for once. So that's all good.
Oh, yeah, right. That's true. Although you've mentioned Charmed about 19 times now, so
2 times, but yeah, don't. That's right.
I know it just seems like a hell of a lot more.
I'm making up for it because he's not here, and I'm the one that brought up a wrestler, so the run continues.
So all of the things that you complain about, you've brought to the show.
At least Doctor Who. Oh, for God's sake, we were so close. There it goes. God damn it, we were so close. Right. So, there's no emails this week. Please feel free to do. I'm going to let you two do this bit. You're better at it than me. Right,
Dan, chill.
Guys, like, you're here listening to us ramble on about Father Ted. It's fairly obvious you're either addicted to the sound of our voices by now. I know we're an acquired taste, but it can be done.
You're welcome.
Or you're here because you wanted to hear people ramble on about Father Ted because you know how good it is. I can't think of any other reasons why you would be here, but if there are other reasons why you would be here, can you please let us know what they were in the comments down below?
Yeah.
So or you can email us.
In sort of what we're planning for in the future. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Tell us what you didn't like. Tell us what you did like.
Like a Troy.
Subscribe. Please subscribe because we just want to keep on doing this all the time. I'm sure if Troy was here, he'd be having a lot more fun than him not being here. And I'm sorry, Troy, that you aren't. Tom, you have the email, don't you?
Of course I do. It's squareeyessyndrome2020@gmail.com.
And you can listen to us anywhere in the shower. We'll just let you do what you do with yourself at that point.
And I'm now committing myself to this. At some point in the not too distant future, we will have a website and a Twitter handle as well.
I love how I'm always the one.
You heard it here first, folks.
I have been trying to sort this out for like a month now.
In
that.
other
Well,
headlines,
work's out the
I
way
think
now.
it was Reverend Green with the knife in the drawing room. Those Protestants up to no good as usual.
Well, the thing is, I love how you guys always say business like, and I'm always undercutting it with jokes about the shower. Cool. I know my role. Next year we've gonna do what are we gonna do? Well, I think we might record one next week. Will we? For New Year's? Yeah, let's do it.
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's not be lazy and do a best of.
But that will come out in the new year because we record on whatever day we record, and then it goes out on Saturday.
Yeah.
So it will be, even if we record it sometime at the end of 2020, it won't appear until beginning of 2021.
Yeah.
So this is the last show of 2020.
Yay! 40 episodes done in 1 year. Wow.
And hopefully we'll be back again next year.
That's as long as the world doesn't blow up with some idiot on the red button. Talking of stirring it very quickly, I just want to give a rundown of the American states because I have here, because you know we like to stir shit on this podcast. So I'm just going to give you the top 5 states, the top states. From the bottom, New Jersey, Illinois, Minnesota, California. The top 5: Oregon, Texas is 4th, Virginia is 3rd. Now you remember the other week, there was a change. Well, Washington is now number 2 again, and Ohio has gone back up to number 1.
Washington, pull your finger out.
All of you pull your fucking finger out. Let's have a war. Let's have a state war.
No. Hang on.
Who loves us more?
I am not going to be held responsible.
Ladies and gentlemen, the opinions of Ben Gilman are certainly not the opinions of Square Eye Syndrome.
No, I don't really have a war. Who loves us more? Come on.
I am not going to be responsible.
Pimp yourselves out, boys. Pimp yourselves out.
Oh, we need to get that just as a soundbite for Ben, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's have a war.
Let's have a war. That is 2020 for me. Declaring war on everyone on a podcast. That's
happy days.
And I think that basically, if we can finish on any note that Father Ted does teach us properly, it's that you really shouldn't mess with us Irish because we are temperamental, half temper,
half mental.
Oh, I actually had a question last week you weren't here for.
Oh yeah, go on.
Kevin. It was Kevin, wasn't it? Washington.
Yes.
Yes. I left one question out because Dan wasn't here. And I thought it'd be quite rude to ask a question if Dan wasn't here. Dan, did you listen to last week's episode?
I haven't had a chance to yet, mate.
Oh, his questions were... Christmas. He slapped and praised us, all 3 of us, at one point. Yep. He just had one question for Dan. Are you a proper ginger Irish person, like the guys from Harry Potter? Hold on. Now, Kevin, first of all, the boys from Harry Potter are British. They're not Irish. You need to get your accents correct, bruv. You must know if you're ginger.
Well, what's his
name
again?
Know. Kevin.
Oh. Well, Kevin, first off, congratulations on being named after the true fans of Terry Pratchett. If you really want to know, my specific hair colouring is more Irish than just ginger. Because you see, there is a very rare breed of ginger. They are called the stealth gingers. You don't actually know they're ginger until they hit puberty and start growing a beard, at which point fire sprouts from their chin. And that is the kind of ginger that I am.
What ginger than coming?
Perfectly normal, much brown hair on the top of my head, which goes a wee bit blonde if there's too much sun out. At the same time, all the freckles in the world and never ever burning or tanning. And then, if I don't shave, I have a big orange bush on my face.
So basically,
Sometimes-
he's Sheamus. It's time to tell you he's WWS's Sheamus, apparently.
I am absolutely nothing like Sheamus.
Oh, good. Okay.
No, Sheamus is a proper carrot top.
And he also looks like a chicken, so at least you don't look like a chicken, Dan. You're winning in life.
No, I look like a weird combination somewhere between Jonah Hill and Jack Osborne.
More
Okay.
like Jack. I'd say more Jack Osborne, but yeah.
I can imagine that. Now I can see your face with ginger hair. Okay.
I don't have ginger hair. I have a ginger fucking beard. Jeez, listen.
Jack Osborne and
Is it about
Jonah Hill with fire.
English
Fire
that
coming
you
off their head.
don't
I
listen?
can imagine that.
Sorry, Dan, what were you saying?
Hey, fuck off. You're Scottish.
What? No, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said. Okay. I said, what is it about Englishmen that they don't fucking listen?
Yeah, true. I'll second you on that.
Oh yeah. The most un-Scottish sounding person ever. Okay. No.
Don't even
thanks, Kevin.
fucking go there.
Okay. So thanks, Kevin, you prick. Anyway, so yeah, I think we've answered everything. And he also says you should do more guitar as well.
I'll do everything that I can think up that I manage, to be honest. You'll get
Well,
over this time.
since he made that request, you've done the special smug mode recording for us that's gone out since he put in that email, hasn't it?
Right, he is American, so we don't know if he knows what Red Dwarf is.
No, because he referenced Red Dwarf. Because remember, he said that I hadn't been on every show.
Oh yeah. He called. Oh yeah, Dan. He called Tom out. He said, technically, Tom has not been on every episode on your channel because, he wasn't there for the Troy Series 4 catch up. And then Tom just said, "Oh yeah, it's a syndrome. I'm undefeated."
Yeah, which is what I'd said. He said I hadn't been on every episode of Syndrome, and I
He
damn
was-
well have.
He was being a nitpicky boy. So Kevin, come back at us if you want, bro.
Yeah, feel free. We are more than happy.
If you have something that you think that might suit me actually doing it on guitar as well, give us another email.
Yeah.
Anyone? Really, Kevin? Anyone at all?
Mm.
I'm willing to listen to ideas. I'm not going to do every single one of them because I'm not that talented.
I really want to hear you
give it a
get
go.
Sailor
Jimmy?
Moon. I really want you to get Sailor Moon, and you just have to prance that out the guitar.
I'll tell you what. I did get myself a Christmas present
Okay.
today, so whenever that arrives, I might have to do a bit of a bass cover.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna bug off and get merry for Christmas now. So it's goodbye
Yeah.
from me.
Bye from me.
And goodbye from me.
Now, fuck off.